course. And Discord noises. Anyways, so this is Tomb Raider 2013 any percent, played on normal difficulty because easy is exactly the same. And we'll be getting this going. I turn off all the stuff. As soon as I turn off everything, alright. And we'll get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, so this is Tomb Raider 2013. First thing we're going to start off is about 2 minutes of straight cutscenes, because yay. Easy is exactly the same in the sense that there's not a lot of difference in between skips in normal and easy any percent. The only thing really, truly it could probably do is change up the last fight. After that, it's not a whole lot of difference. And a lot of the actual game doesn't depend on combat. It depends on how well you do skips and movement and stuff. Now, first things first, the first 10 minutes of this run is going to be kind of a snooze fest, just because the only glitch that you could really attempt before you get any sort of weapon is this glitch called Intro Out of Bounds, and it is extremely difficult. It's probably the hardest glitch in the game. That it involves a lot of maneuvering out of bounds in an extremely dark area with extremely tight platforming and very little visual cue. So we will instead be going through the intro to the game, you know, getting used to all the different mechanics, and I'll try to spice in some different things that you can do to speed it up. So first little issue we can encounter here is this thing I like to call stupid rope, but it's just this whole concept of, oh, okay, we got it first try. I will have runs where I'm swinging around and I will just like, I'll slam the trap up to the burning rope and it'll just do nothing. So. Alright, so we pull out that spike, and then we reset the cutscene, and that'll let us skip a bunch of stuff. Oh god. No. Alright, from here we can see that, as soon as I get this torch, you'll notice that I'm gonna start scrambling. Scrambling is actually the fastest form of movement in the game, mostly because unlike the sequel Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, there is no sprint button in this game, which is kind of annoying. Which is something that I'm really glad that Rise of the Tomb Raider fixed. Rise of the Tomb Raider actually, yeah, sorry about my mic. I'm literally just yelling at a webcam. So I guess I will, like, try to keep my... So another thing we could do is... Another thing you could do there is that you could roll against those explosive barrels. And if you roll in a very specific spot, it actually doesn't... It actually doesn't get affected by... Oh, that was close. Oh shit, that was close. You don't get staggered by the explosive barrels. Yeah, there's a specific setting in the game. One of the big things that was like advertised with this game, because like, you know how every PC game under the sun has like something to do with Nvidia? Well, Nvidia's big thing was like, oh, let me show you each individual strand of Lara's hair. Hey, by the way, hey, Mono, that Twitch name isn't right. It's bystandertim_. Yeah.
What kind of contraption is this?
Alright, so this first little trap or puzzle here is all about getting these just this random debris in. So what you want to do, and unfortunately we got kind of like a slow. I don't exactly remember what was Tress. Yeah, funny enough, I guess since I have time, I could tell. The reason it's that name instead of just Bystander Tim is kind of left a computer running, oh say 8.5 hours of black screen and got banned for streaming nothing. Oh yeah, so which is kind of funny because my first build of this PC had AMD cards and this game ran like garbage. And I was like, oh boy, I get a slideshow of all these hair strands. Alright, so now we just have some more platforming, yada yada yada. Hopefully I can... When you run this game enough and you get stuck in this section all the time, you'll learn you can do a lot of interesting things that seem like really illogical for no apparent reason. Now I'm gonna jump here just because I truly don't know why I started jumping there, but it's just, I guess, since everything's falling forward, I'm pushing my head against the ceiling, which is just kind of like pushing everything forward. And we are out of the intro. So now we have about a minute unskippable, 30-second unskippable cutscene. It's that part in the movie where like the logo shows up and it's like, this is what you're doing. And it's like, okay. Alright, so we're gonna jump here for just a little bit because Laura's currently trying to recover from the shards in her stomach. And now we can roll again. So now we just gotta go over this seemingly inconspicuous log.
Okay, take it slow.
Yeah, this game on normal graphics. I'm playing on normal graphics in case anyone is wondering, for reasons I'll explain later. But this game looks very well for being made about 4 years ago. Yeah, if anyone's gonna pay attention, there's about, there's gonna be like several times in the run, possibly some extras, where Laura like stabs herself or wounds herself through a tree. To be honest, like, we should just play this game and then we should just like put a surgeon sim run like right in the corner and it'll be like, this is what's happening. Like, this is all the health insurance money we're wasting.
Come on, come on.
Trek and Tosh, this is also a reboot. Like, this is a different Lara than the old Lara Croft, like in the original Tomb Raiders. This is a different character. So now we get Sam's pack. So now we're going to slide down here, probably hurt ourselves more, hit this checkpoint and reload. And now we're just going to continue jumping. Most of the time, I'll say this, most of the time when I'm not able to roll, I'll be jumping, because jumping is faster than walking, and scrambling is faster than jumping.
Here's the soon-to-be world.
This Lara is the third, so yeah, this is the third incarnation. Alright, so now we're gonna go get the bow.
I can't just sit here.
And luckily enough, this actually has a little bit of cool movement in order to get it up, because if you'll notice, this corpse holding the bow is swinging on a cycle,
I can use that bow.
and of course the fastest movement would be to just get. So we'll just get up on that rock, and that'll let us ledge grab up there. And so when we're done with this cutscene, we'll just be able to just hold out our arm and just grab the bow right there. Oh, sorry about that, Shadex. That's not fine by me. Sorry about that. Oh god, this deer is gonna be the enemy. There we go. Yeah, so this deer isn't random. I would be like, oh, it's random, and just blame me sucking at the game, but it's not random. Okay, so now we have the bow, and this is where the cool part of the game comes in. Mostly because going backwards is broken.
What are these markings?
Alright, so now we have,
What am I doing?
so now we have a little bit, it's just a little bit more straight gameplay. We're gonna get a pickaxe. Like a pickaxe, I think. It's more akin to like a butcher's knife, I'll be perfectly honest, but it's whatever this thing is. And we just have to get through a couple more segments of just walking through some water. Is this Portal? A lot of modern speedruns. Alright, I'm going to be attempting a skip. I'm gonna try to get it once, and if not, I'll just take the time. I'll eat the time loss. It's fine. But this is called Jumping Wolf Skip. Let me try it one more time. That was actually pretty close. Yeah, no, I'm gonna eat the time loss. So, I'll explain what I attempted there, just because it has a use later on the run. Basically, what I did is I displaced Lara from her position on the ground. So the game thinks that she's on the ground, but it also thinks that she's on the roof. And so the hard part of that trick is actually at the end is you have to make Lara's position match up with her position on the roof, and that jump at the end allows the positions to meet, and then you can skip this segment that we're currently doing right now. Alright. So you can kind of see how much time that skip saves. Alright, so now we're going to reset here just to prevent a soft lock. And now we have to collect 50 scrap. Because we're going to want to have 50 scrap by the time we go and meet this guy named Whitman, who has a gate that we're trying to open, and the game won't let us progress unless we get 50 scrap. So the big difficulty with this run, and I just got some scrap over here, which is kind of a time loss, is there are these wolves that are around here that we're going to try to avoid. Hopefully I play my cards right. He's not going to jump on me. Alright, we got it. So now we're just going to go upgrade the axe real quick. Alright. And now, I kind of lied to you. We're not going to open the gate. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to do this thing called Whitman Skip, which is another crazy physics glitch where we backward scramble onto this roof and then jump on this roof. And that actually allows us to go outside the gate. And you might be thinking, well, that's kind of a lot for just doing a little skip right here. Well, what really it saves is it skips opening the door, and then the opening the door plays a cutscene, and then the game loads you walking with Whitman, and it's a lot slower paced than this. Alright, now we have a stealth segment, because this game needed stealth. Alright, we'll just roll right along here. Fun little fact, a runner by the name of the Artistic Ballistic, who is the current world record holder and is a lot better at this game than I am, he actually has a video on his YouTube where he manages to do silent jumps in this segment, which it would save a whole lot of time, basically, because you can jump. You could jump like this, and you would be able to save time by jumping past things and just, like, you know, hitting different cycles. By the way, you might be wondering, I keep the subtitles on for this segment, mostly because the actual subtitles for anything other than English are awful. Mostly because the game doesn't have words for them, so any other language is just speaking that language. And now we got a gun the old-fashioned way. So now we're going to go to a couple fight segments, and then we are going to get to probably one of the most broken mechanics in the speedrun. I say mechanics, it's a glitch. It's not an actual mechanic. If that was an actual mechanic, what I'm going to show in a couple minutes, I would honestly kind of freak out. I don't know why I'm trying to skip this cutscene. By the way, just a fun little trick for you guys. Pay attention to my ammo count. See how I have 0 arrows? Yeah, we'll count that up as a freebie. like how divided this chat is right now. It's either like sexual innuendos or talking about game development. It's kind of funny.
Lara, are you there?
Yes.
I can see smoke coming from the old ruins. Are you okay?
Oh God, Roth, I'm in trouble. They're killing people.
Yeah, if you think like,
I don't know why. I had to kill someone.
honestly, it's sort of divided, mostly because like,
Been easy.
It's scary just how easy it was. You've got to warn the others, Roth.
Don't worry about them right now. You just do whatever it takes.
it's kind of funny actually, when you talk about this game on different consoles, there's a lot of stuff that we can't achieve on PC that we could achieve on other consoles. Like, there are some skips that are, you know, okay. There are some skips that are, like, Xbox 360 and PS3 only. There are some skips that are Xbox One, PS4 only. There, of course, are a bunch of skips that are PC only, like this one. This is, that's called skywalking. Basically what it is it is a glitch that allows, Lara to place herself on any, like, vertical surface, and by double tapping backwards, essentially, Lara gets kind of stuck on the surface.
I can do this.
Yeah, of course, some of those are, like, only because, you know, it's only achievable with 30 FPS, it's only achievable with 60 FPS. So that glitch I just did there, you're going to be seeing a lot more of later on. Mostly upcoming here is, anybody who's played this game knows that this next segment is all about saving a guy named Roth. We're going to actually let him die. I say die, he'll show up later, and then I'll actually die later. But yeah, so we need to get medicine for Roth right here, you know, obviously need to patch up his wounds, and by that I mean we're gonna skip this segment entirely. First thing though is we have some cool little movement right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up here, and we're actually gonna go to where we need to go backwards. Kinda cool. So we're gonna jump over here on this roof. Not with that. Lara kinda auto-attached. I'm gonna say, honestly, I can't get this pronunciation right. Everyone yelled at me in my DreamHack 2016 run for my pronunciation of Lara's name. So it's a little bit of a finicky movement, I'll be honest, but it's kind of cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold forward, and we're gonna jump and hold a little bit to the right. That'll let us grab this ledge that we're normally not supposed to grab, and that way we can actually grab this this rope that we shouldn't be able to grab as well. So now I'm gonna grab a checkpoint real quick, and now we're gonna do what's called Wolf Cave Skip. So this is another skywalk where we ride up the side here. And I need to focus real quick. I'm going to reposition myself. And we want to get stuck on this fence, that way we can catch a ride on this geometry right here. And that was close. You're going to hear more Discord noises because I left Discord open like an idiot. And now from here, we have to get another skywalk going. So we're just going to hit down. And that's fine. This skywalk here is a lot more finicky than the other skywalk. The thing is that I actually don't know the slow strat here, because the slow strat somehow I had more difficult time with learning than I just did learning another skywalk, which is kind of funny. Oh my god. Alright. One more time. I'm looking for very specific geometry here. Like, there's just a, there we go. Nice. Great. So don't worry, second try is not too bad. Come on, there we go. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of Discord messages. Come on. Get your act together, man. There we go, finally. Alright, I'm not making a fool of myself here. When I say it's finicky, I say it's finicky. Believe me. Alright, so now we're gonna have another level right here. Alright, and real quick. Tap out, click. Tap out, click. Yeah! Alright, so now we have... I would call it a stealth segment, but it's really just like a kind of another level. There's this whole bunker here. And instead of stealthing it, we're gonna roll past it. And we are gonna hope and pray that we don't die in a burning fire. So probably the biggest thing we want to avoid here is this game has combat, you know, I'm not just running past it. But this game also has, like, kind of finicky melee combat, and anytime someone's gonna take a swing at me, it's gonna give me a tutorial for, like, a shove or a dodge roll, you know? And obviously, I know about dodge roll.
It's freezing.
I know about dodge rolling, like... like, I know what it does, but just shoving is probably the most important part. Alright, so now we're gonna wait here real quick. Peekaboo. So now we have a couple more door clips right here. This time we're gonna come in to the right here, and we're gonna wait till the screen freezes, and then we're gonna clip through that door. Now we're gonna come over to the left, go to the right, wait till the screen freaks out. Hold on. And we're gonna clip through that door. And now we get the World War II submachine gun. So, you know, obviously they're gonna give us an, oh no, it's a trap, you know. Alright, so now there's a third door clip right here that, in order to get, it's a little bit tricky. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here melee, and we're going to switch between... In order to get stuck there, it's not as simple as other skips. I'm going to try another skip here. This one is also a tad bit finicky. I'm not going to... Alright, I'm just going to take the time loss here. So that skip I attempted there is called pipe skip. Essentially, what it is it'll push me out of bounds, and it'll skip this segment right here.
That tower better work after all this.
A lot of these FPS dependent skips are really finicky. I wouldn't say really finicky, but they're really precise. Yeah, this game actually has some pretty cool upgrades. Unfortunately, we're not going to really be seeing any upgrades at all besides the competition bow, or like the compact bow, or whatever it's called, the final bow upgrade. So I'm going to take a break, grab some skills real quick. Mainly, I'm going to get some more pain tolerance, and I'm going to get this thing called Dirty Tricks. And Dirty Tricks has a little bit of importance later on I would say 10 minutes or so. And then we're going to skywalk out, and we're going to go out of bounds here. And you might be thinking, it's like, well, we're just going out of bounds, like, right where we were going, right? Well, not only does this skip a QTE cutscene as well, it'll let us go right immediately into the big skip of this area. So this is the radio tower out of bounds, and what it'll let us do is it'll let us go and skip a bunch of stuff. This is the area in the game where like you would encounter like your first boss fight. I call it a boss fight. This game really doesn't have bosses. It has bigger enemies. But you know, so on and so forth, am I right? It's not... Dirty Tricks isn't kicking people in the nads, it's throwing, like, pocket sand. And I'm hearing someone with a leaf blower outside, and I'm getting kind of scared. Oh god. So, this segment is just holding W for a couple minutes. It's cool. Oh, believe me, there will be shots fired later. There will be a whole lot of shots fired later. And I will probably be screaming. Yeah, there's a leaf blower. Don't diss holding W. Alright, cool stuff we could skip now. So now we're going to tune this radio. Make sure that we have the proper signal. You are tuning into the shots fired radio. And I am a moron for making stupid jokes. Alright, so now we're going to kind of go back to some monotony. We're going to get a tool we're going to use like 4 times. Fine.
That's one way to get down. Fuel tanks. Need to find a way to light this fuel. This should do the trick.
This guy with the leaf blower is going to be the enemy. Yep, here he comes. He's making his rounds. Alright, just a warning. If I'm actually bad at the video game here, there are some pretty frightening death scenes. I mean, this looks like a minimum wage leaf blower kind of guy. It's fine. And he's, like, right in front of my door. There it is. Leaf blower. I didn't think they'd be doing yard work today. Hopefully we never see him again.
The pilot. I have to get to him.
Alright, so now we're gonna kind of go through some crumbling things. Nice, you guys can't hear him, that's good. That means it was something worth today when I could tell stories to my grandchildren about how chat couldn't hear the leaf blower. Yeah, the speedrun kind of puts the story out of perspective. It's just like... This is just the story of it's like the Croft tale of getting, like, destroyed by nature. I turned off the Steam overlay, by the way, so... Okay, so this is a dirty trick slide. We throw dust. And now we defy gravity.
Storm. It came out of nowhere. These clouds, they just surrounded the plane.
Lara, listen. I saw the crash from here, so you must be close to my position. Just get back here safe.
All right.
Alright, so now we're in an upside-down
On my way.
rope section. Something that Tomb Raider did before The Last of Us. Or... Someone can fact-check that. Did this game come out before The Last of Us? Okay, like... Alright, so now we have some actual shots being fired here. Rip that guy. Really? For the love of God, kill him. Okay, if he screws me over, I'm like gonna cry. See, like, the hard part about like shootouts in this game, the hard part about like skipping shootouts in this game is that the game is like hardwired to lock you into a shootout by like an enemy just throwing a grenade or suddenly being able to fire like 40 more plus rounds than they're normally supposed to. Like, I'll talk about it in this next section, but we're gonna come up to a monastery in a little bit, and in this monastery, the reason you can't skip a shootout, like, you can't just knock down the thing that you have to avoid, is because, like, if you knock it down and you just go through this tunnel, someone just chucks a grenade in there, you know.
I'm really glad you moved.
You wonder how the ropes fly? I wonder how, since we have no arrows, she's shooting infinite rope arrows. And rope arrows have purpose in combat, apparently. Like, I've hit somebody with a rope arrow.
I'm gonna head down and join the others at the plane. Keep checking these rooms.
There's the signal.
Anyone out there? Ross?
I'm here, Reyes. What's your situation?
We followed a group of men to some kind of city. This place is insane, Ross. What the hell are they doing here?
I don't know.
Alright, so now we're gonna have some climbing segments.
Sign of Sam or women.
That's
You gotta
it.
get back.
Are you with Lara?
Up and when you're finished.
We'll be heading down the
I'm gonna take the time loss right here, just loot this guy, hit this guy for some ammo, and like, then shoot this guy. We get it, you have guns. Yeah, this game has really bad, this game has, like, really bad, versions of, like, oh, I'm an enemy with 3 million health, and I can take 40 shots to the face, kind of thing. So, a little skip you could do there is that if you stand close enough to the, rope tether, you can shoot a rope arrow far enough to where you don't have to go through that other rope segment. You worked on this game.
I have to get over there.
Is that true, Chubb, MTL? I feel like there's going to be a lot more. If you're really actually just wondering about how many shots are going to be fired this run, there's probably going to be a lot more in the Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness run. Alright, so now we have another dirty trick slide right here.
Ross told us about the plane. Don't worry, there's gotta be another way off this rock, right?
I hope so.
This one's a whole lot better because her foot gets, like, stuck right here.
These pallets.
I don't like the sound of that.
Hey, don't worry, she's probably just...
You were a QA tester on...
You're a
You were a QA tester on multiplayer, okay.
terrible in there. Good luck.
So we can aim and get out of the dirty trick slide.
These ruins.
You made this game, TSP? Really?
A queen. Himiko?
You made this, I made this.
Captain Jessup? Oh my god.
Alright, so now we're gonna have a fun little time with a lot of bodies. Chat on fire about game development. Thanks, Chubb.
What's happening here?
Alright, so now we wait. So now we are going to have a much harder out of bounds coming up here that has a cool little intro to it, and then it's just a lot of running out of bounds. You know, the way we could think about it is that, like, you know, if we want to call it shots fired, it's all the shots that Laura had to take after she got back from the strip. You know, like all the various diseases and wounds she accounted for.
I hope this thing still works.
You know, it's like it's shots and then it's like booster shots. You know. Alright, so we're going to come over here, and we are going to hop over here, and we are just going to defy gravity real quick.
Over here.
They're looking for me.
Alright, so second try ain't bad, even though I kind of futzed it up there. I was close to having it first try, but, you know, I'll take a second try. So, now we are out of bounds. That's pretty cool. Why am I not making this jump? Go. And we are going to come over here, and we are going to fall a little bit. That way we can pop our head over here. And we can load the rest of the area. So the big point there was... the big point there was to go and, like, load the rest of the area. Because even if we got out of bounds, we can't get through, Funny enough, there's normally a guy there, so I'm kind of worried. Is audio desynced? Hold on. There's gonna be a cutscene in a little bit. Here, should I restart stream? I might need to restart stream. Sorry about that. I have like a myriad of like bringing a bunch of tech issues to a marathon. It's kind of annoying. Oh god, I forgot about combat! Desync is on Mixer's end.
I've got to get out of here. That barrel should do it.
Cool. Oh crap, I forgot to reload. I was like, I do a reload here for a reason. You know... So, the reason that, nothing was there... Alright, thanks. So the reason was there is that there's a little side effect of not... Also, it gets really loud! Yeah, Mixer is broken here, but for some reason, even if I have my sound effects way down, it's... Yeah, I don't know why the mixer is broken here, but for some reason, even if I have my sound effects way down, it decides that, you know, I need to be about a million times louder right here. And that's the monastery.
Roth, are you there?
I'm heading towards the palace. The others will help me too.
I'll catch up to you when we can go in together.
This is like so...
This is the good stuff. If you show up to this... Need help here!
Did I have a stroke? Oh, yes. Chat, I love you. Alright, so there's a little bit of cool movement right here. It's also kind of a We were on point with that sound, and then it went bananas. Okay, I think this might be me. I don't know for sure. Honestly, I'm just kind of having fun watching everything set on fire, even though everything is setting on fire. Go, 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 go. Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. So these sections are actually rather infamous for their death scenes. Luckily, we aren't going to watch any in the run, and I'm missing the time saves, but it's actually it's worth it to shoot. You could get those barriers down a lot quicker than I'm doing. The optimal strat would be to shoot them before that slowdown happens. Ah, shoot. I took a left where I normally took a right. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, this game is like really bad about like it wants to hammer in every moment. It wants to hammer in every moment that like anybody is in like searing pain. Like dedicated cutscene to someone dying, dedicated cutscene to someone like vomiting their guts out, you know. Alright, so this is probably the most broken area in the game. First things first is we gotta skip the fire arrows, and this is where that glitch I attempted way back during the jumping wolves segment comes into play. I'll skip is I'm gonna desync Laura's position one more time, except I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna grab that ledge, and that allows the positions to meet up one more time. And that allows us to just skip the fire arrows. That saves like 4 minutes. So we have to watch this cutscene, and then I'm gonna reload, because the one downside to skipping the fire arrows is that, you know, when you get the fire arrows, like, you also get, like, a medical kit in the game. Also, that was Shantytown Gate clip. that saves like 2+ minutes, skipping a 3-wave fight. So now we come on to the big one, and this is probably one of the main dividing factors between console runs and PC runs, and that this skip upcoming saves about 25 minutes and skips 2 areas as well as a bunch of story stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're essentially gonna go to an area that we're supposed to go to much later, except the game put a checkpoint in this map for that specific area. So we're gonna take a couple of reach arounds and get our way up there. First things first, we have to now we're just gonna I'm too close, and now we're just gonna slide up this wall, and there are new strats for this, but honestly, I just have a lot better luck with old strats, which is kind of annoying, seeing as how this is the more finicky one, but I just get this one a lot easier. Okay, that's on me. I moved just a little bit too quick.
How can they live like this? Okay. Come on, please. Honestly, this part of the trick
surprisingly, is the part I struggle with the most. It's kind of annoying. Ended in death like all your other reach arounds. Honestly, I don't know where like half the words I'm saying are coming from. I got like maybe 4.5 hours of sleep. And that's not good. So what we're gonna do is we will... Let's shoot for the hills for this one. Son of a bitch. Alright. Don't worry, just shake it off.
How can they live like this?
This game is really unforgiving. Mostly just because failure for a lot of glitches ends up in death, and death is a lot farther from where you actually, like, attempt the glitches.
Don't you see that damn ladder? Climb it, girl. Get a move on and get up here.
So, we're just gonna make our way back over there. It's fine, we'll just shake it off. One of the big things with this game is you just gotta roll with the punches. It's fine. See what dedicated life lessons you can learn from speedrunning? We're all happy people here, right? Alright, so now, once again, we're gonna set up, like prior. And there we go, third try. Not too bad. And now we're just gonna come over here, hit this checkpoint, and reset. So, the reason we have to reset, by the way, is just so this rope would appear. So now we're gonna do another dirty trick slide.
Alex, I've been trying
Except this one has a little bit of extra fun. Mostly what we're gonna do is we are going to turn this dirty trick slide into a dirty tricks float.
Could sure use your help down here.
And this will save us a little bit of time by taking this phone call as well as being right there in order to grab the rope. And now we just have a little bit of more cutscenes. It's kind of nice because even though this game truly never really has any downtime, it just has like high intensity segments and low intensity segments, but I don't actually get a break during the run. Like, I can't go leave. So this is a nice little segment right here just for purposes of that. And now we're gonna hitch a ride. So how are you today, chat? What have you been up to?
Laura, are you there?
What's your favorite run of the marathon so far?
I should be there soon. I need to tell you something.
What's going on?
I don't think we can leave this island. Something is keeping us here. I have to go back to the monastery.
Are you sure?
Yes, Sam. I need you to keep this to yourself for now. I'm going to help Reyes fix that boat, but then I'm taking it inland.
Laura, I don't know about this.
Just trust me. It's the only way.
All right. You be careful.
So now there's a, by the way, we have the fire arrows now. Doing some magic reloading during the cutscene allows the fire arrows to be had.
Damn it, no!
The Titanfall 2 run was really good. It made me actually want to pick up that game, not only as a speed game, but just as a game in general. I really liked Titanfall 1, but honestly, EA just really didn't do a whole lot with the IP. It was when they figured out that, like, Titanfall was technically successful that they really, I guess, tried to do stuff with Respawn. So this is this is the boat. I messed up my fight skip setup there. The one thing you don't want to do, surprisingly enough, is do what I did and clip through a brick or clip through whatever. She did it again. She did it again. Okay. What's annoying is that it's this stupid animation. Okay, that's it. Son of a gun! Come on, get in there. Get in there, son of a gun. I hate to be wasting a lot of time to this, but it's kind of stupid. Alright, so now we're through here. Just put your feet on the ground, please. So that skips this fight. Yeah, when it really comes down to it, this game is like really poorly designed when it comes to enemies. I don't know if it's to like make you feel weaker or them feel stronger. This is not one of my greater moments. Alright, so now we have another big skywalk coming up. I lied. There's not much of a break. In the form of this trick called Lara Skywalker. And essentially what it is it's... I'll point it out to you via, like, I'll point out to you basically what we're attempting to do is there's this big research base up on this cliff. Right here. Not the gondola, but the, like the bunker up there. And we gotta get up to there. The thing is that there's a bunch of story stuff in the way of getting up there, so what we could just do is mess it up, that's for sure. Alright, I'm gonna focus real quick, and then I will explain it afterwards. Mostly because I've had a history of also screwing up this trick. Alright. By the way, a fun little visual backfire of this glitch is just Lara's model disappears for no apparent reason. So, kind of annoying part of this is that I'm essentially kind of flying blind. Yeah. Don't remind me, keyboard smash. I get like really anxious about that kind of stuff. Mostly because like I'm an actor. Like I'm an actor by profession, and just kind of like putting on a bad show leaves like a really bad taste in your mouth a lot. All right, good. Okay. That's not good. Let me out, please. I wonder. I can. Okay. So what I just did was I triggered a longer mission chain back there by I triggered a longer mission chain that allows me to load in the bunker. And the only thing is that I have a bunch of busy work I have to take care of back at camp. Did I mention this game is really hard? Alright, so now that since we've hit this fast travel point. Come on, fast travel, please.
Sooner or later, you wake up.